Let's talk about your roof. I mean, we don't think about it much, do we? But it's not just some shingles up there. It's the shield protecting absolutely everything and everyone you care about. So how much do you really know about it? Well, stick around for the next few minutes because we're going to do a crash course in roofing, and you'll walk away knowing exactly how to protect your biggest investment.
All right, here's the game plan. First up, we're going to learn how to spot trouble before it turns into a total disaster. Then, we'll get into the hidden enemies that are constantly attacking your roof. You'd be surprised. We'll also tackle that big, stressful question, should you repair it or just replace the whole thing? After that, I'll walk you through what getting a new roof actually looks like, step by step. And finally, we'll get to the fun part, choosing the right materials to make sure your home is protected for years and years to come.
Okay, let's dive right in. Section 1 is all about playing detective. We're calling it a leak in the fortress, because that's really what it is, right? It's about spotting that tiny bit of trouble before it spreads and causes major damage.
Tell me if this sounds familiar. You've had a big rainstorm, you walk into a room and there it is, that mysterious, dreaded water stain on the ceiling. That sinking feeling in your stomach. Yeah, we've all been there. You gotta think of it as your home's alarm bell, and it's screaming that there's a problem up top.
So some of these signs are super obvious, right? Like those water stains we just talked about. But others are a little sneakier. Here's a pro tip for you. Next time there's a big storm, go check your gutters. If you see a bunch of stuff that looks like coarse sand, well, those are the granules that protect your shingles. And finding them in the gutter is one of the earliest warning signs that your roof is getting old. Now, if you're seeing shingles that are curling up, or worse, completely missing, that's a red alert. Your roof needs attention, like yesterday.
So, now that we know what to look for, let's talk about why these problems happen in the first place. You have to remember, your roof is in a constant battle with the elements. And to really get a picture of this, we're going to zoom in on one of the toughest environments a roof can face, the high-altitude climate of Colorado.
Just look at this comparison. On the left, you've got your typical climate. Pretty standard stuff. But on the right, that's Colorado. We're not just talking about a little sun and rain. We're talking intense, high-altitude UV rays, massive hailstones, wind gusts that can feel like a hurricane, and these things called freeze-thaw cycles. Basically, water gets into tiny cracks, freezes, expands like a wedge, and then melts, leaving an even bigger crack behind. It's a total recipe for disaster for any roof.
And get this number right here is what you really need to see. At 5,400 feet, the UV radiation is a whopping 25% more intense than it is at sea level. What does that mean for your roof? It means the sun is literally baking the asphalt right out of your shingles, making them brittle and weak. It just puts the aging process of your roof on fast forward.
And then there's this nightmare scenario, the ice dam. Picture this, your attic is nice and warm, right? So it melts the snow on your roof. That water runs down to the edge where it's cold, and boom, it freezes solid. Now you've got a literal dam of ice blocking the edge of your roof. So all that melting snow behind it has nowhere to go, except up, under your shingles, and right into your house. It's awful, and it's a dead giveaway that your attic's insulation or ventilation is not doing its job.
So, you've confirmed it. You've got a roof problem. Now what? This is the big moment. Do you try to patch it up, or is it time to bite the bullet and go for a full replacement? It's a huge decision, and believe me, it's about a lot more than just money. It's about making the smartest possible choice for the long-term health of your home.
This chart is actually a great little guide. Let's walk through it. Say you've got 1 or 2 missing shingles from a windstorm. Easy. A simple repair will do the trick. Or maybe the metal strips around your chimney, that's called flashing, are leaking. Again, that's usually a quick fix. But if you're seeing those granules we talked about clogging up your gutters, or if you've got leaks popping up in multiple spots, a repair is just a Band-Aid. It's a temporary fix for a much bigger systemic problem. At that point, you really have to start thinking about a full replacement.
Okay, so you've made the call. It's time for a new roof. I know, it's a huge project, and it can feel pretty intimidating. But don't worry, we're going to break down the whole process for you step by step so you know exactly what to expect. Any professional, reputable process should look exactly like this. It always starts with a really thorough inspection. We're talking photos, documentation, and a clear, itemized estimate, so you know where every penny is going. Then comes the actual installation, which should always be followed by an official county inspection to make sure it's all up to code. And it's not over until they've done a meticulous cleanup. I'm talking magnetic sweeps for nails, and you have that official warranty registration in your hand. No shortcuts, no surprises.
Okay, now for the fun part.
This is where you actually get to make some choices. We're talking about choosing the materials for your new roof. And this decision, right here, is what determines if your new roof is going to last for a decade or for a lifetime.
Have you ever heard of Class 4 shingles? If not, you need to know about them. These are basically the superheroes of the roofing world. To get that rating, they're tested to withstand the impact of a 2-inch solid steel ball being dropped from 20 feet. Think about that. That's designed to simulate a severe hailstorm. So if you live in a place that gets crazy weather, these things are an absolute game changer.
So, the million-dollar question, what's this all going to cost? Well, that really depends on a few key things. Obviously, a bigger, steeper roof means more labor and materials, so that's going to cost more. Upgrading to those awesome Class 4 shingles will add to the price up front, but it could seriously save you money down the road. And sometimes you find surprises when you tear the old roof off, like rotted wood underneath that has to be replaced. Any good contractor is going to walk you through all these potential costs right from the start.
And really, it all boils down to this. Honest assessment means you make informed decisions about your biggest home investment. That's the key. You should feel totally empowered to demand that level of clarity and transparency from any contractor you're thinking about working with. Look, your roof is up there working hard to protect you and your family every single day. Now you've got the knowledge to protect it in return. So what's your first move going to be? Are you going to go check those gutters? Maybe schedule a professional inspection. Whatever you decide to do, the important thing is that now you're in control. You are the master of your own fortress.